بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum and good noon everyone, and Eid Mubarak to you all. I hope that you have enjoyed your Eid very well sitting at your home. So today is the first week of August and we are having our online class of English literature. Today we will experience what today's topic would be a little different. Why it is different? Because we are coming to know about animal, like the relation between human and an animal. And as it is clearer for you that elephant we are supposed to talk about today. So this is the lesson is an autobiography. As I have told you, autobiography. What is autobiography? Autobiography is a person's own life event or own person's own life story or any event taken from his or her own life which one writes him or herself. So it was written by J.H. Williams. So we are going to know about an event from the life of J.H. Williams. And who was J.H. Williams? J.H. Williams was a vet, an elephant bull, and he had treated animals, especially he treated elephants who got sick or who were suffering from any pain. He used to treat them. So let's open your book and page number 40 you have to open. 42, 43 we will continue our reading. So let's listen that what happens in this piece of autobiography. So J.H. Williams, who was known as Elephant Bill. Elephant Bill means a veterinary surgeon. Veterinary surgeon means a vet, a doctor's animal, who looked after the elephant in the teak forest of Burma. Now Burma is called Myanmar. In the 1930s, the elephant by means task use what task elephants were doing elephants were performing over there. The task was to collect the logs from the teak forest of Burma. So they used to tame, or they used to say to follow the commands to collect the logs from the teak forest. Reason was that teak is a tree whose stem or whose wood is quite strong. So because of that reason, they used to collect teak wood. Elephant Bill J.H. Williams describes his experience in this lesson, that his experience with a female elephant whose name was Makia. Makia was her name, and she was treated by J.H. Williams. And after that, they have a long, beautiful relationship they maintain. And it happens that it is the specialty of elephants that they do not forget their well-wisher sooner. They remember anyone who has looked after him, who has been caring towards him or kind to them. So they remember. So he says that when I saw Makia first, she came to me. She was suffering from a pain and she was making fuss. Fuss means panic, because she was suffering. What kind of pain she was suffering from? That pain was because of a wound, and wound was a cut. That cut was 9 inches long. It was caused by the tiger's claw. One of the tiger attacked on Makia, and the tiger attacked on Makia, and she had a wound on her back. So because of that wound, she was suffering from terrible laceration. What does laceration mean? Laceration means irregular irregular opening, you may say, or that the infection, because due to that we have a large or a long cut, and it was generating pus. It was not getting healed. So she came to the J.H. William, and he treated him for 3 weeks. After treating him 3 weeks, there was a pause, and Makia goes with her rider, and J.H. William advised the instructor, advised the rider, or who was the owner of Makia. He said him that you have to give his wound daily dressing. Means you have to clear the wound, you have to clean the wound, you have to take care of it, so that he would recover as soon as possible. So he treated him well for 3 weeks, and after that there was a pause. When Makia came again to him, for her checkup. So what was that? That means the wound was healing, but still it was separating. Separating means it was generating pus. It was generating pus, and the pus was being generated through a hole. There was a hole in the long 9 inches cut, and it was still separating, and it was definite, and she was expressing that she is suffering from pain. And J.H. William realized that it is still painful for Makia to tolerate or to bear that long wound. So he dressed up, he gave him dressing, and then later he goes. Then later he let her go. And after that, one day he was sitting in his camp. One day he was sitting in his camp, and he was taking a cup of tea. So there were 7 elephants who were washed, who were given bath nearby the river. The river was nearby the camp, and he was enjoying. J.H. William was enjoying his cup of tea. And later on, what he did, the 7 elephants, those 7 elephants were washed, and later on they dried off. And after being dried off, they were taken to the elephant bill, who was J.H. William. When they were brought to J.H. William, J.H. William was about to examine all of them. So he examined all 6 elephants, and that at the end, it was Makia. It was Makia who was being washed and dried off because she has to be examined by the J.H. William. After it was, she came back after 2 months. So after inspection of her wound, she was given dressing, and she was patted by the bill. And after 2 months break, it happened that one day the rider of the Makia was passing through the same way, and what he did, that the elephant Bill tried to call him, because he wanted to ask that how is Makia actually. So he called the rider of that, hey, how is Makia? So Makia was standing at a distance. She recognized the voice of the elephant Bill, of J.H. William. And the rider couldn't listen, but Makia listened to the rider's words, and she straightly walked towards the bill. She realized it was the time then the elephant Bill, J.H. William realized that they have connectivity, and that is why she had heard him. She had heard him being at distance. She came toward him, and stood over there for a while, and she leaned herself and she sat up into the position of sitting. And J.H. William came closer to her and patted her back and gave some strokes. Patted means to caress, to stroke her on her back, and he was giving him like satisfaction. He was being affectionate towards him, that she would be all right, she would be okay sooner. So after Makia he says Makia tha. Tha is a word from Burmese language, which means stand up. So she stood up and went away. When she went away, she J.H. William became thoughtful that why she came to me when the rider couldn't listen to me. So he realized that she came to me because she was grateful of me. She was thanking me for being so grateful and kind towards her. She was showing her affection, that I treated her well, and she was she was being thankful to me, and it was the relationship between both of us. And he had been thinking of this even again and again. He had been thinking thinking the touch he felt on the touch between both of them, the touch he let Makia feel on her back, that made both of them closer. And he realized, J.H. William realized, that they both became closer to each other, and they will not forget at all, as Makia did not forget him. She came after listening his voice, and she remembered his voice, so that she came back to him to to be thankful to him. So this was the relationship between the elephant and the elephant bull, who was a vet, or any animal, or any we can have example of any animal who are taking care of other pets, who are living with them, who are looking after them. So they have connectivity. When you love someone and you become kind towards someone, and they are animal, especially if we become kind, and if we become kind towards them, if we help them, if we take care of them, so they definitely remember us, they do not forget us sooner. So this was the summary of the lesson. And before we go on the word pool or on the homework, I would say that whatever the homework you are doing, please prepare title pages accordingly. Whether it is a new unit, so you have to prepare particularly unit title page, then lesson title page. All right. So there is word pool on page number 40. From page number 40 you have to attend word pool. You have to write meanings, and further meanings can be added in the word list, because the whole lesson can give you other informative words, so you have to add them. We call them unfamiliar words. It is sometimes written and means in the end of the word pool, that you can add your own unfamiliar words. And then you have to write the answer of the question given in looking closely section and in comprehension section. Fine. Both section are questions in the section. Both section are quite easy. I have explained in my lecture. You can listen to it carefully, and you can easily write down the answers. Okay, I'll be backing with English language lecture. Till then, you wrap up English literature stuff and get ready for the English language lecture.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hello, I'm back again. And you have opened your rough copies and hold the pencil to note down the explanation I am giving you. Okay, today we are going to study one more family member of punctuation, which is exclamation mark. Alright, why do we use exclamation mark? We use exclamation marks to show our feelings and to emphasize on different emotions. When we emphasize on showing or expressing different emotions, we use exclamation mark. Such as the feeling, if I talk about like anger, joy, happiness, excitement, fine, warning, any strong command, any recommendation. So for these sort of expression, we use exclamation mark. All right. So I have already written here like to warn, which are the examples can be used in those categories. Like to warn. If I am warning you, so what would I say that? If I say you stop, it means I'm warning you. Stop. There is danger. Okay. So after stop, we'll use exclamation mark. If I say you watch out, means be careful. You may fall down. Alright. So I have mentioned here exclamation mark. How to use exclamation mark to show anger? Don't throw me in the pool. Don't throw me in the pool. Now I am expressing my anger. I stop you doing this. I'm expressing like my anger that I have stopped you doing this. Why you are doing this again? Okay, so we use exclamation mark to express joy. Hurrah! After hurrah, I have put here exclamation mark. Fine, if I use it in the sentence hurrah, we have received approval. Okay. Now here the strong command. When we are going to give any strong command, so we use exclamation mark. Do it now. I say you, do it now. So I'm giving a strong command. So here I have used exclamation mark. Then closing question with extreme emotion. Normally what do we know that only we end a question sentence with a question mark. But it's not necessary that every time we would be having question mark. When we are especially portraying or expressing our feeling in a form of question, so we use exclamation mark instead of question mark. What on earth are you doing? What on earth are you doing? Like I am showing my anger, but this is the question. This is the question sentence, but I am not supposed to use here question mark. I'll use here exclamation mark. Is that clear? One more important thing we have discussed in previous class when we were learning comma. We learned that comma is used to separate an interjection from its sentence or from its expression. So here I am writing the sentence here, interjection. Exclamation mark is used after interjection word. What are interjection words? What is interjection? Simply interjection. Interjection is a word which expresses like exclamation mark, surprise, joy, excitement, sadness, sorrow, feelings, emotion, whatever you have, it expresses. Interjection. I'm writing a sentence here. Oh, this is fashionable in fashion these days. Oh, this kid is so adorable. So, how would we punctuate this sentence with the help of exclamation mark? If I say you that you can use here, this is interjection and you may use here exclamatory marks, you can use here. It is correct. If I say you that this kid is so adorable, you may use exclamation mark here as well. But it is not so professional look. Okay, so whenever you are having interjection, so we learned that after we use comma after interjection, so we can use comma here. And if you want to put interjection here, so in place of interjection comma, you will put interjection, you will put exclamation mark, and you will give it a full stop. You will give it a full stop. Is that clear? Fine. It is clear or not? Fine. So we learned today how to use exclamation mark in the sentences which we are going to write, like we are expressing our emotion or feelings. We use exclamatory marks or exclamation mark at the end after interjection and for the after we end a phrase. Fine. I'm erasing the board. We have another topic which is present perfect tense. Okay, fine. If I tell you that about punctuation, these days we are normally using punctuation, like we blog something, we write on social media, we write on text. So we are not careful about exclamation mark. After each expression or word, we are swiftly using exclamation, like happy birthday. We do not use full stop, but we use wishing you a very happy new year. Like means we are frequently using exclamation mark and omitting other punctuation mark, means omitting comma or full stop. Tenses. We have the first tense from perfect tenses, and we are going to review today present perfect tense. So what does present perfect tense show? Present perfect tense, the action or the action we make are completed in past, but they have influence. They have their remaining effects on the present time. For suppose if I say you that my mother has washed clothes in the morning, like the morning has become the past part of the day, but The clothes are still on the clothesline. This is the effect of the work she has done in the morning. So it's so simple. The action which are completed in the past, but they leave their effects or they leave their influence on the present time. They are counted as present perfect tense, or the action we make in present perfect tense. Sentence structure. Subject. Helping verbs are has, have. Past participle form. Past participle form of verb. Object, and then other part of the sentence. Negative will become subject, has, have. What we have to use here now? Not only to make a negative statement. Past participle form, object, other part of the then the question sentence. Helping verbs are will come out, has or have. First letter will be capitalized always because the first word of the sentence. Subject, past participle, past participle form of verb, object, other part of the sentence. While checking your copies, I found that you are writing O P T S. No. Sometimes I am not having space on the board because of a lot of stuff. So you are writing in copies. Do write completely. What goes only in writing part of the sentence. And then what is necessary to put here? Without that, we cannot say that it is a question sentence. Question mark. Okay, let's put examples. Yes, keep writing down a sentence with the help of the sentence structures. Jean has practiced present perfect tense. Jean has practiced present perfect tense. There is no problem if you use C in place of S. It is correct. Sentence number 2. They. I'm just making sentences randomly. Means changing the negative sentence. They have not picked the stuff in the morning. Have my parents decided to migrate to another country. I prolong my sentence here. Have my parents decided? I can split the sentence, I can end up sentence here and can put here question mark. But I prolong my sentence. Have my parents decided to migrate to another country? Question mark. Okay. This is the review of the present perfect tense. What you have to do now, you can see the board carefully. The same title page you have to prepare for the tense, because we are changing our topics. We are not constant in learning, or I'm not constant in teaching you the same category of the thing. Like I am changing my topics, so you have to prepare title page before you start doing practicing or making sentences. So you have to prepare the title page for tenses, then you have to write down present perfect tense on the top of your copy. Fine. Sentence structure. Three of the sentences will be copied in the copy neatly. Then example. Example. If you want to copy down my example, you may copy down, and after that you can start making sentences of your own. As many sentences you have been directed in the homework assignment, you can prepare. Hope that you have understood the lecture. You will practice it, and you will use it in your conversation as well, so that you could improve your speaking. Fine, we will meet again inshallah in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz and take care of yourself.